Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? Not too bad around here. Not too bad. Rolling into the new year, guys. Rolling in, right? So, talking about not doing New Year's resolutions here. I actually, in November, when I actually had time to think for about 5 minutes, I changed a few things. Because I didn't like some of the things I was seeing in myself. And that's what I meant about not making New Year's resolutions when they, just because it's New Year's, right? And I know it's a new beginning, people use that. But I also heard people use the winter and summer solstice as doing that, like new beginnings, and stuff. And I thought that was really cool. But if I sit there and make a list and I won't do it, right? I won't. It's too overwhelming. We've discussed this. But anyway, so in November, I changed a few things. And one of the things was, so this is not my coffee. It's very early morning. This is not my coffee. I get coffee later. It's my goal to myself. I'm going to get it later. But anyway, so what I start out with is my homemade kombucha. And do you remember the Tulsi strawberry shrub we made a while back? Yeah, so I drink about a cup of kombucha with about a quarter cup, half a cup of the shrub. All for gut health. All for gut health. Okay? This is brain number 1. This is brain number 2. And I just feel like there were things that needed to change. Seriously change. And so that's one of them. So I start out my day drinking that. Nothing else. You don't get coffee. I don't get coffee or food or anything till I drink my concoction. Oh, it's a zinger. It's a little tart. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to, but I love adding, like you can add, the kombucha is not flavored, but it's very mild, because I make it at home, and I think I told you that. And the shrub is for flavor, but also for the health benefits of it overall. And then after that, I drink a quart jar of my tea concoction, which we will talk about later this month. And I put them in a thermos cup. You know what I mean? Like the insulated coffee mugs or coffee cups, because I find I drink more coffee faster when I put it in here than I do if I have it in my insulated cup. Like it can take me quite a few hours to drink that quart jar instead of an hour, So just changing a few things, mixing a few things up. And has it helped? I don't know. I don't know. It hasn't been that long. So, yeah, what do you do? But yeah, I mean, that's why I say, and I've stuck to it this long, and that's why I say I can't do New Year's resolutions because they last 2 weeks and I'm done. Like a lot of us. Right? Yeah. So, what are we doing today? I know what we're doing today. We are doing salt bars. Ah, they're yummy. Haven't done salt bars in a while. We did salt brine bars. We did those. We're doing, so those can be used for your face or your body, the salt brine bars. I don't know why I'm pointing over here. They were over here, but no, they're not. Face, body. These are more for your body. I mean, they're pink Himalayan salt in these. They could be a little scratchy, but they're fine grained, so they don't feel as scratchy to me in the shower. Because of course I had to put one in my shower to try it out. I gotta do quality assurance testing. Quality testing. Make sure it passes muster. Yeah. So, but that's what we're doing today. Salt. See, I'm gonna say salt bars. That's what we're doing today. Himalayan, pink Himalayan salt bars. We'll talk about more of it in the video. 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. Let's go check out this video. Okay, into the pink Himalayan salt bars. I have made salt bars before. I am actually borrowing this recipe from Ellen Ruth Soaps. I will put her link below so you can see her recipe also. It is a high 80% coconut oil. I sometimes use that pan to cool off my lye water when I'm in a hurry in the morning, because sometimes my kids are sleeping and it's nice to soap by myself. So I actually put cold water in the pan, and it really just drops my lye water fast. And the pan is just, that's the one my son cleaned his bull rope off with. And my grandson uses it for cooking, but I do wash it out really good before I give it back to him. Just in case, just in case there's some lye, but there's actually rosin on it yet. I noticed that, but oh, what do you do, right? What do you do? It's a crazy thing. But yeah, okay, pink Himalayan salt bars. These are great. These are awesome. These are fun. Fine ground Himalayan salt. Fine is better than, because you don't want too big of chunks in there, I guess. And so my recipe is a little different, and I'm going to change it up the next time I make these. But I just really was intrigued with her recipe because it's got, it's very simple. It's just coconut oil, castor, and then cocoa butter and shea. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do it because I'm going to add tallow. Gonna add my tallow. And I am doing some different videoing here lately, and I'm sorry, I am in the way a lot more than normal. I'm just working on it, guys. You gotta give me a little break here. But so I'm gonna speed you through the screw up I made. Usually salt bars set up so fast, okay? So I was gonna be smart and use just a little bit, like a half an ounce, and make my sunflower molds and make them dark with brown mica, and okay. And then I thought I'd move them. And yeah, this was not a smart idea. And I realized that right away, because then I was like, well, crap. I moved it and they moved. So well, you'll see what I did. But usually salt bars are really thicken up fast, and that's what I was expecting. I was expecting it to just, blow me away. This is Desert Flower something by Wholesale Plus. I really liked this. For my bars. It's just got this nice, soft, soothing, spa feeling or fragrance. Yeah, see, I'm totally in these shots, you guys. I don't want to be in the shot. And then blue. I love teal blue because when I think of spas, I think of blues and pinks, and I don't know. I've never been to a spa. Floral, beaches, okay. So my thought process. Okay, then at trace, that's when you add the salt. Salt can be anywhere from up to 100%. Up to 100%. And I think the salt in this one is, Lord only knows, it's almost 45% maybe. I wonder how I figured that one out. Okay. I'm going to have to go back to my original cheat sheet and look at that. But look at my problem. I've got the salt in there, and I want it thick enough to hold the salt, okay, to hold it, not submerge it. I don't want it falling to the bottom, okay? So, yeah, I think the fragrance oil slowed it down, really slowed it down, because I've made these before, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? like, what, you know? You get to emulsion, you stop because the salt's going to speed it up, trace. And I'm just like, what the heck? What the heck? And I didn't like this. I kept looking at this and I was like, you know, going back and forth in my head, like, well, this isn't setting up. This is, what am I doing? And then I went, screw it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So guess what I did? I basically cleaned them up. That's what I did. And ta-da! They're nice and clean. Okay, so it sat up a little bit, and there's no salt in the blue, okay? And it all floated to the top. Like, it all sat on the top. I'm like, this is not what I want. I don't want it muddy, but I need it to be mixed in, right? So I skewered it. I mean, the salt was floating. It just wasn't as thick. I mean, like, where's this speeding up trace and all that, you know? So, to hopefully get everything a little bit blue and a little bit, you know, I poured that all in there first, and then I went and filled it up again, hoping that I got a little bit of color and not muddying. But yeah, it was really weird. It was like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you not, you know, getting thick and setting up and making it complicated to pour, you know? I don't know. It's got to be the fragrance oil. It just had to be the fragrance oil. It had to be, right? So all I did with this, and extra because I did not account for my salt, I brought out an extra mold early, but I just saran wrap this and let it sit on the counter because it's a salt bar. It's going to get hard. I won't put this in a plastic mold because it's hard to cut. And to the cut, there's really not much to cut on this. You know, just kind of go around the edges and make sure they're not sharp. And that's really all there is to it. And it's solid. I mean, that's why I like the silicone molds, because if you're doing it in a loaf mold, you have to be so on top of it and watching it and making sure you cut it soon enough. Kind of like the kitchen bars. You know, isn't that pretty? They're just so pretty. I love it. Got the blue swirls in there, and you know, it's not really swirly. It's like, I don't know. Makes me think of a spa. It'd be a spa. But yeah, silicone molds all the way, because you can set them and leave them and, you know, don't worry about them. I think I molded these like 2 days later. Here's the fragrance notes. It's just heavenly, seriously. And there you go. The pink Himalayan salt bars. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.